In 1979, we were introduced to a film by Ridley Scott, written by Dan O'Bannon, about a crew aboard a commercial space tug called the Nostromo, which encounters an aggressive and deadly alien that is unleashed on the ship. This inaugural film of the franchise was called Alien. Its main cast includes Tom Skerritt, Sigourney Weaver, Veronica Cartwright, Harry Dean Stanton, John Hurt, Ian Holm, and Yaphet Kotto. It premiered in May 1979 at the Seattle International Film Festival with a midnight screening in 70mm. The film was widely released in the United States on June 22nd. The success of Alien led to a media franchise that included films, novels, comics, video games, and toys. It also launched Sigourney Weaver's acting career, elevating her from this first leading role to superstardom. The film was among the first to reveal the true horrors of space travel, where no one can hear you scream. It featured chilling special effects and introduced a groundbreaking heroine, Ellen Ripley, played by Sigourney Weaver. Without a doubt, she became the alien's worst nightmare and a formidable adversary. However, she almost didn't make it into the film, as the role could have easily gone to a male actor instead. When the script was originally written, all the characters were men, but a note was left indicating that the crew could actually be unisex, and all the roles could be interchangeable between men and women. O'Bannon and Shuzett, the screenwriters, had never imagined that the protagonist would be female. It was the film's producers who made that decision, believing that a female Ripley would be more unique and potentially more appealing to those financing the film. They thought they would earn major points by making the lead character a woman. The film was originally titled Star Beast. That name just didn't seem to fit or have the same impact as Alien. When Dan O'Bannon was drafting the script, he initially used the unusual title Star Beast. He disliked it, but struggled to find a better alternative. Late one night, during a writing session, he came across the word alien while crafting dialogue in which the crew members discussed the creature. The word jumped out at him immediately, and he discarded Star Beast in favor of a much simpler title. He loved it because it worked as both a noun and an adjective. Initially, the film was difficult to sell. The writers pitched it to multiple producers and nearly struck a deal with B-movie legend Roger Corman. Eventually, the script reached a new company called Brandywine Productions, which had close ties to 20th Century Fox. Brandywine requested numerous rewrites, but the studio remained largely uninterested. However, when Star Wars hit theaters and became a box office sensation, Hollywood studios scrambled to produce anything remotely related to science fiction. This rush to capitalize on the genre led to Alien getting the green light. All the aliens in the film, the facehugger, the chestburster, the humanoid space jockey, and the terrifying adult creature, were designed by surrealist painter H.R. Giger, who was chosen by the writers. They first encountered his artwork while in Paris working on another film. Giger's images left a profound impression, creating a truly nightmarish atmosphere. At one point, Dutch customs officials detained him, mistakenly believing his paintings were actual photographs, deeply disturbing them. The character of Ash, played by Ian Holm, was not in the original script. As the secret android member of the crew, Ash was a creation of the producers. However, the writers had mixed feelings about the addition. Shuzett loved the idea, while O'Bannon wasn't convinced, believing it didn't significantly impact the film's outcome. The ship's name, Nostromo, was taken from a novel by Joseph Conrad. All the horrors of the film unfold aboard the Nostromo, a name borrowed from Conrad's 1904 novel, which follows an explorer sent to South America to exploit a silver mine. Filming was physically grueling for the actors portraying the crew. The spacesuits were incredibly hot inside, combined with the set lighting and the fact that the shoot took place during the summer. The conditions became so unbearable that Veronica Cartwright, who played Lambert, later stated that actors frequently fainted. This happened so often that a nurse had to be kept on standby with oxygen tanks. Despite this, the production initially made no effort to remedy the issue. Eventually, they were forced to modify the suits. A 6 feet 10 inches Nigerian student, Bolaji Badejo, was chosen to play the primary alien. He didn't get the role through traditional auditions, but was instead spotted in a London pub by a casting agent, who immediately called Alien's producer, Ivor Powell. Powell and the director had struggled to find someone who could fit into the mantis-like alien suit. They needed someone exceptionally tall yet slim, and Badejo fit the bill. He took special classes to learn how to move like the creature. During production, between takes, he had to sit on a custom-built swing because the alien suit's tail made it impossible for him to sit in a regular chair. The egg containing the facehugger required a combination of hydraulics, hand shadows, and actual cow guts. Most directors make cameos in their films by playing small roles, but Ridley Scott's appearance in Alien came in the form of shadow puppetry. The moment when the facehugger appears to move inside its egg was achieved by Scott using his gloved hand under moving light. The egg's top section was equipped with steel hydraulics, and when it opened, the inside wasn't filled with alien parts. It contained real cow intestines. In the film's fourth act, Ridley Scott stripped Ripley, Sigourney Weaver, down, presenting her as a strong, capable, and highly attractive woman, while also increasing the sense of danger by making her appear vulnerable. The modest undressing scene, leaving her in only underwear, made Ripley seem much more exposed. This moment completely shifted how audiences perceived her character. It's said that the intention behind this scene wasn't just about sexuality, but it's hard to ignore that as a motivating factor. Realistically, after everything she had been through, covered in sweat, blood, and exhaustion, Ripley simply wanted to clean up and relax, believing the nightmare was over. And then, the worst possible scenario unfolds. She is unprepared and completely vulnerable. The scene received significant criticism, with both Weaver and Scott questioned about whether it was exploitative. Weaver responded, "Are you kidding? After 5 days of blood, guts, fear, sweat, and urine, don't you think Ripley would take her clothes off?" It never occurred to her that the scene would be viewed as exploitative, though she admitted it was provocative. And indeed it was. 4 days after the film's release, it became a major talking point and cemented Sigourney Weaver as a sex symbol. Take the time to rewatch this Ridley Scott classic. You'll witness some incredible performances from a truly talented cast.
Here we end. Thank you for your attention. Like and subscribe. There are many interesting things ahead. Good luck.